Simply Safe. All right, Simply Safe. So here's a timely stat for you. Almost half of us make a New Year's resolution every single year. We've all made them, and most of us have probably broken them. I kind of have, but I'm not arguing with my wife, has been working great. Oh, man, I got to have her on the fucking podcast and talk. Maybe this Thursday, we're going to talk about me buying I was looking for a birthday candle for my daughter's cake. All right. I'm going to tease the story. And I went there, I just wanted the number 2. I'm making a chocolate cake. I'm thinking something silver, something like, looking like that. Right. And I show up and all the numbers were all like this tie-dye rainbow color. And I had a paranoid meltdown and refused to buy one. And I bought the silver candles anyways. And I'll have Nia come on and grill me as to why I did that. I was just trying to have an agenda-free birthday cake for a 2-year-old. That's all I wanted. All right, happens to the best of us. Where am I? Happens to the best of us. But one resolution worth sticking to this year: keeping your home and family safe. That's why I recommend Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe is 24/7 home security with no contracts or catches. They believe the safest place on earth should be your own home. So you feel protected every time you shut your door and leave for work, or shut your eyes at night. More than 3 million people already feel this way every day thanks to Simply Safe, and they're not the only ones. The folks at PC Mag named Simply Safe both Editor's Choice and Reader's Choice for 2018. 2019 feels like a good year to ask yourself, is my home as safe as it could be? And if you're thinking, well, maybe this is the year to change that, get Simply Safe. Just go to simplysafebird.com to get started. That's simplysafebird.com to protect your home and family today. Simplysafebird.com. And it's spelled SIMPLI. Safe.com. All right. Plowing ahead. Oh, Billy Boozeface. Oh, Billy Boozeface also has not been drinking. Maybe that's why I'm being such a fucking cunt about the new NFL. Ruining it for younger people. This isn't football? I thought what I was watching was football, you old bald cunt. I'm going to get a lot of shit. I don't give a fuck, though. Some fucking asshole sent me something. Are you not entertained? It's like, no, I'm not. I like all aspects of football, not just scoring. Fat girlfriend. I actually think that they're doing it for fantasy football numbers. I think that that's another reason why they're doing it. CTE mixed with fantasy fucking football and all of that shit. So people can keep up with this stupid goddamn, I hate that guy, but he's on my fantasy team. All right. You know what? I'm right. I'm not backing down from what the fuck I said. What the fuck you're watching now is not goddamn football. It's the goddamn fucking ice capades. All right, there, I said it. And all you douchebags who play fantasy fucking football, you can all go fuck yourselves too. There, I took a stand. I'm tired of trying to be fucking diplomatic on this, but I understand the game's changed. I understand there's concussions. Go fuck yourself. A rookie should not be throwing for 50 fucking touchdowns playing NFL football. All right? If you don't believe me, go ask fucking Ray Lewis what he thinks about that. All right. Fat girlfriend. Hey, Bill, I'm a girl listener. Writing in with advice for a guy with a fat girlfriend. Yes. Okay. We had a male listener. All right? I don't know if he had a man bun. I don't know if he had a flat top. I don't know how progressive he was. I don't know if he was an ally. I don't know if he likes the new fucking rules in NFL football. I don't know if he wants to see more scoring. I don't know if he's an old fucking grizzled cunt like me. I don't know what this guy is, but he has a girlfriend that was a little fucking, had some pounds on her. But he's like, all right, whatever, we'll get a relationship. Maybe I'll get her out there on the treadmill. But no, she kept eating cupcakes, and she's getting to the point that she's a fucking house. So he still loves her, and he wants to... How do you tell somebody that they're not attractive to you because they've eaten so much? As a man. As a woman, I know you can fucking do that. You can say that to a guy because nobody gives a fuck about a man or his goddamn feelings, despite how much these broads fucking bitch. about how difficult their lives are. You know, and everybody's all brave now if they're a woman and they're fucking out of shape, when reality is you're killing yourself. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. And you're not brave. You're being a fucking moron who's in denial. I'm not saying you should fucking hate yourself, but to just hey, I'm doing heroin. Look at my abs. Hey, I'm eating donuts every fucking day. I've almost closed 3 out of 4 of my fucking arteries. Or whatever you call them. Is that what you call them? The things that go out and come out of your heart? The intake, outtake hose from the radiator. Yeah, you're not brave. You're fucking in denial. All right? And when somebody tells you that you need to drop some weight, they're helping you prolong your life. All right, you can't make someone care about their weight. That's what this woman says. Because I asked for a woman to come in. She said, I wish I had better news for him, but if his girlfriend doesn't want to lose weight, and it sounds like she doesn't, then she won't. If it's a deal breaker, he needs to break up with her, and if it's not, then he has to get over it. You know something? If you were here right now and I had your permission in writing, in triplicate, I would give you a hug. All right? One of those hugs where you fucking lean in so only the tops of your shoulders touch the tops of them, and you do like a fucking, even the side of your heads don't touch. A post-Me Too hug I would give you. Okay, that mindset right there is what makes you great. That right there is everything you need to be successful in life. All right? That was perfect. Let me read that again. I wish I had better news for him, but if his girlfriend doesn't want to lose weight, and it sounds like she doesn't, she won't. In other words, you can't make somebody, get their shit together. They have to want to get their shit together. Okay, so now that we've solved that it's not on you to make somebody care about themselves. All right, now you have to deal with the situation. So this is what it is. Okay? And if you can handle it, get over it. If you can't, break up with them. But other than that, shut the fuck up about it. That's it. And I actually feel for this guy, because if he loves her, he's going to watch her take 10, 15 years off her fucking life. And he hasn't even knocked her up yet. Because that's the other thing, like with women, you got to give women a pass on at least 20 fucking pounds. 25 pounds. You have to, because they have kids. You know? They got kids, and they got to deal with the whole chemical fucking thing of that. They can have postpartum and all of that shit. You know what I mean? But as men, you got no fucking excuse. They got P90X out there. They got that Rogue Fitness. They got all of this shit out there. There's no excuse. As always, fellas, we have no excuse. As always, you will be held responsible for your actions. That's amazing. That was an amazing response, because I couldn't come up. If you haven't been listening, I tried to come up with a response for it, and a proper angle, and I could not come up with one. And even the lovely Nia came on, and she listened to it, and she took it personally, like I wrote the email to her. But my wife is cool, so when I called her out on it, she laughed. But it took this person here, this anonymous person. Look at that, not even leaving a name. Didn't want any sort of credit whatsoever. All right, ladies' response to guy with overweight girlfriend. Okay, now this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one to follow up. Ladies' response to guy with overweight girlfriend. Hey, Bill. When I was in my mid-20s, I was dating my long-term boyfriend. I wasn't model skinny when we met, but we were dining out a lot, and I had put on some weight. One night, we had a really honest conversation that served as a wake-up call for me. He was 100% honest and told me he wasn't attracted to me with the extra weight. Was it harsh? Yes. Was it hurtful? Yes. However, I took our conversation seriously, and for the first time in my life, I actually thought about my own health and what I was putting into my body. Sorry. If Nia ever said to me, "You've put on weight and I'm not attracted to you," like as she was saying it, I would start putting on my gym clothes. I'm not saying my bottom lip wouldn't be quivering and there wouldn't be tears in my eyes, but I would get my fucking fat, pasty, freckled ass to the nearest goddamn elliptical. Okay? And I would deal with my feelings later. I would immediately go right to the solution, working out. But we live in a different time now, where it's just where you sit there and you hold somebody's hand right to an early grave. You know? Is the hole too deep that we dug that you're going to die in? Would you like some bubble wrap down in the bottom when you face plant from a major fucking heart attack? We started working out together and eating better together. We both got in better shape. Win-win. Look at that. Because of his honesty, I realized how important being healthy is. Not to mention, it's not fair to the fucking person you're with, male or female, to let yourself go. Okay, I'm not going to be 100% harsh because I know there's a bunch of emotional reasons that people start eating. So get into therapy, figure that out, and get your ass to the gym and take control of your fucking life. The problem with today's... Oh, my God, I am the old man today. I'll tell you what else the problem is. The fucking Photoshop has to be me sitting on my front porch. The problem with all this fucking understanding is we've gone from going, hey, Tubby, why don't you lay off the cupcakes, to, like, calling the person brave for eating cupcakes. And I think there has to be an adjustment somewhere in the middle. Like, even like that Me Too shit. Like, this whole fucking thing had to happen because no one was listening to these women's complaints, right? So then the fucking cork blows off the bottle, and then it becomes due process is out the window. The burden of proof is now on the person accused. They have to somehow clear their name where the person who accuses them doesn't have to have any evidence. Now you just need to adjust it back, where now we're going to listen to women, and there's going to be due process. That is the safest way to fucking do this shit, right? Adjust it back. The same thing with fat people. You can't just fucking go, you're tough as shit. Hey, lard ass, fucking, go eat a salad, you fucking fat cunt. You can't do that. But to go the entire other way and just say they're brave and they should be proud of their body and start making fucking, car covers into fucking sweatpants, I don't think is another... it's a good way to do... You're not helping them that way either. All right, so this is great. So he had this painful fucking conversation, and she turned this hurt into a positive, and now I would think that they're in shape banging each other. Anyways, because of his honesty, I realized how important it is to be healthy. I started reading more about diet and fitness, listening to fitness podcasts, cooking us healthy meals, and continued to work out. Educating myself and taking the time to care for myself has, in all capital letters, changed my life. I ended up losing 50 pounds and keeping it off. All because he had the courage to tell me his truth. Okay. I loved everything until you used that expression. He's living his truth. I'm living my truth. All because he said what the fuck was on his mind. Anyways, and she said, and I wasn't too sensitive to be able to see my shortcomings and improve on them. You know something? I wish I could send this to anybody trying to get over a fucking problem that's been confronted. You should have this fucking, stitched into a pillow. Old-fashioned needlepoint or something like this. This is what you got to do. All right? Because the shit that I'm doing right now with my wife, she fucking came at me basically straight up telling me what a difficult cunt I was to live with. And anybody who listened to me bitching about NFL football after I just watched my team win a game to go to the Super Bowl can only imagine what my wife has to go through. If I'm bitching about that, right? So I decided that I was going to just turn it around, other than being like, oh, she's being an asshole. What about the stuff you do? I knew she was right. So, there's two ways when somebody comes at you. You can be like, fuck you, I'm brave, and I'm just speaking my truth and eating my dreams, whatever the fuck it is you're doing. Do you realize Americans, how fucking dumb you sound to the rest of the world when you're saying you're living your truth. And I don't mean other first world countries, so go fuck yourself, England, Germany, and all you cunts who are laughing right now. I mean, how dumb you sound to the rest of the fucking world that's actually struggling, that you're living your truth while, you know, kids in their fucking country have to sew your clothes together for an extra fucking hour because you now feel brave for being a fat fuck. I mean, it's hilarious. Anyways, she goes on to say, I'm actually grateful to him because if he hadn't had the courage to have had that conversation with me, I'd probably still be eating junk. Yeah, you could have been a fucking diabetic, lost a couple of toes, not exercising and continuing an unhealthy lifestyle that would cause issues for me as I age. Yeah, and some days you have kids and you're going to die sooner. In my opinion, sometimes tough love is necessary. If you have a strong relationship, you should be able to be 100% open and honest with each other about everything, including this. Love to Nia and the baby. Jesus Christ. Why don't more women write into this podcast? Oh, that's right, because I'm the host. Those are all fucking, like, both of those goddamn emails. What I love about them was they were both sides of the argument. What the guy had to do and what the woman has to do in that thing, you know? And they're also interchangeable. So if you're a man listening to this and you're actually in the position of the woman where your wife or girlfriend has come at you with some tough love, yeah, don't be a fucking baby about it. Oh, now I'm on my fucking tree stump here. You know, I have been unlikable a lot in my fucking podcast. I think this is probably the most unlikable. ZipRecruiter. Wait, didn't I already read all this shit? Oh, sorry, I scrolled up too far. All right, 10-year challenge and conspiracy stuff. Oh, okay. This is some conspiracy. You know, somebody told me a great joke about a conspiracy theorist. Said a conspiracy theorist dies and goes to heaven. Or at least he's having his interview to try to get into heaven. And he meets God, and God says,
the fucking lag strikes again.
Sir, you lived a great life. You've made it into heaven. And as one of your rewards, I will answer, you know, whatever your top question is that you've ever had in life. And he goes, oh, thank God. I have to know, who is it that killed John F. Kennedy? Who were the people that killed him? And he said, well, I can answer that easily. He goes, it was Lee Harvey Oswald. It was, you know, it was him, and he acted alone. And the conspiracy theorist goes, oh, Jesus, this goes higher than I thought. I'm sure I butchered it. Anyways, 10-year challenge and conspiracy stuff. Dear Bill Illuminati. Illuminati. Oh, Jesus, I love it. All right. What are your thoughts on the 10-year challenge? My thoughts are, if you're an adult, you shouldn't be doing that. That just sounds like something a teenager would be doing. Oh, I'm such an old grumpy cunt. That's for children. Grow up. Get busy with dying.
Just watch the whole team jump out of their plane
people
and then go
post
back
a pic
into
of
it
themselves from 10 years ago and today to show how much or little they've changed. Wired did an article about the shady data collecting involved with it. Also, I'm 23, so when I started listening to you in 2011, I was younger and definitely intrigued by the conspiracy stuff, but never had enough of a perspective on history and everything till now.
Fucking neckbeard faggot.
I've read a lot more about that.
Are you talking to me? I've got two kids that are 4 and 6, and this is the only 1 hour of my day I get to fucking play my video game.
I do believe that the official story is often bullshit. Yeah, that's called
like
being
Doritos.
Enlightened, but for a lot of people,
like
they'll still say, oh, what are you putting on your tinfoil hat?
What's wrong with man boobs? Nothing.
Yeah.
As long as a girl puts mayonnaise on it and licks it off for you.
The official story is usually 90% of the time is bullshit. And all you have to do is just look at yourself as a human being. Anytime you get in trouble, anytime there's a controversy, you know, how much you're spinning it. You know, I've always said, you know, when has a cop ever pulled up to a 2-car accident and one person says, that fucking guy came out of nowhere and T-boned me. And then when he walked up to the other guy, the cop goes, what happened? And the other guy goes, man, I came out of fucking nowhere and T-boned him. It's always going to be like his version of it, and they're both fucking in the right. Anyways, he said, I think the most frustrating thing is how little people care about declassified files that confirms that was once crazy talk. Yeah. Because they view it as this weird way. Their perception, they view it as this isn't how things have been handled historically and continue to be handled today. They view it as, well, all those people who said that shit are dead now. That stuff happened before I was born. They for some reason cannot make the leap up until the modern era. Like, my wife just sent me something where there was a family, you know, that was dealing in the business of OxyContin and how they are being accused. There's all these emails of them suppressing information about how fucking addictive that stuff was. And if that is true, those people, you know, if they don't get the death penalty, what they've done to people, what they've done to families, and you know, I know like 3 close personal friends of mine that have dealt with it or are dealing with it, and I don't know, and just all of this shit. I mean, come on. But what kills me now is because corporations own media and all of this shit. The same ones who are fucking us over, who dictate our foreign policy. If you criticize anything about that, then they just go and they wipe out your fucking career. But anyways, as far as the 10-year challenge, I mean, yeah, they're definitely collecting data, I would think, and they're selling data. And then it just gets to who are they selling it to and what are they going to use it for. Like that 10-year challenge stuff, if you give that to the police, that could help them find a missing kid. But then it's also, you know, it's like anything. If it falls into the wrong fucking hands, like there's nothing wrong with an AR-15 until a fucking lunatic gets one. There's nothing wrong with guns until some fucking moron gets one. So then that becomes the thing that people then debate. Because there's morons out there. Should nobody have them? Is there a way to control who gets them? Blah, 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 all of that shit. So, I don't know. Well, welcome to the frustrating world of being at least enlightened. I'm not saying enlightened like you're 100% right on everything that you're thinking about. But to sit there and say that the official story is often bullshit. Yeah, it is often bullshit. Right from why a team got rid of a player to why we're fighting a war. All of it is going to be spun. I'll tell you what's hilarious. When I was overseas, I kept doing this thing saying, like, in the middle of my act, I would just be like, you know what? Now I'm going to take time out of my act to talk about the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Okay? And everyone would start laughing. And then I wouldn't even do jokes. I would just start spewing out our propaganda. Beacons of freedom, defending the rights of blah, blah, blah. And everybody bursting out laughing like I was doing stand-up comedy. And all I was doing was just saying what my government says to me, what we're doing. All right? I did that in every city, all 7 countries, and they all laughed. Okay? Now, yeah, you going to fucking tell me that by doing that as a test, because I knew that they were going to laugh, but I just wanted to see, like, how hard they were going to laugh. How could I just sit there and be like, well, what I'm being told is 100% fucking true? There has to be at least another side to this fucking story, right? I don't know. Anyways, plowing ahead here. I would, personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't send my DNA into the internet to find out what percentage German, Irish, English, French, whatever the fuck I am. I do think, you know, it's fascinating to figure that out, but I just don't trust people that have, you know, I mean, one of the biggest lies, the new checks in the mail, that used to be the old lie. The modern version of that lie is this is a secure site. None of them are secure, and you should be guarding everything that you can. But at this point, even with myself, I just think, it's too late. Like, so much shit is out there. But just because that's too late doesn't mean you can't educate your kids to not do that. And I don't know. I am amazed with, all of like the stalkers that are out there, especially with women, that the fact that you can go on the internet and essentially find anybody and figure out, where they are. And also that, if you're not paying attention, like you'll send out a fucking something to one of these social media sites and it literally will say your location, where you're at in that moment. I don't know. Like, how can that end up being a good fucking thing? All right, money, free time, and seclusion. Jesus Christ, I think you're describing my dreams, my goals, my life goals, living my truth. Having money, free time, and seclusion is great. Hey, Dear Billy Lifestyle, I'm 37 years old and just started making really good money. I used to work a shit job for a government contractor. I spent 12 years working 9 to 5 and 2 Saturdays a month. Now I work 15 to 20 hours a week and make 3 times as much. Hey, welcome to the world of dealing drugs. The difference is with all this free time, I don't feel like being social anymore. I don't have the same amount of steam to blow off, and my free time is almost more valuable because I know what to do with it. I'm drinking less and feel great. My friends think I'm being lame, but fuck them. Do you see any problem with any of this? Am I leading myself down a path to die alone? If I do die alone, it'll certainly be peaceful. Oh, all right. Well, I'm not saying die alone, but you're just becoming an adult. You know what I mean? You're becoming like, you don't need to go out and listen to go out to some fucking bar where you have to scream over the goddamn music, just sitting there getting hammered or whatever, blowing money. I think, I don't know, how can I put this here? All right, I don't think you're being lame because you want to, because you don't go out. That's just becoming an adult. You're a fucking adult. That's all it is. All right, and by you growing up, you're freaking them out because it's like, wait a minute, is the party over and I'm still at it? Am I that guy? But I would stop short of dying alone. What I would do is, with your free time, rather than go out to bars, go out and do some sort of activity. Like, I don't know what, softball league or some shit. I'm old. I don't know what I'm so old. Go rollerblading? Join a rollerblade team? I'm from the 90s. I don't fucking know. Go play volleyball. I think that sport's finally going to take off. Which was volleyball combined with balls. I would do something positive like that, short of joining a church group. And I would do that, and then maybe you'll meet a great woman there who also doesn't need to go out and fucking do Jaeger shots well into your 30s. Congratulations. You're finding out what makes you happy, and you're working smarter. You're working smarter. Speaking of working smarter, I have a big announcement that's coming out tomorrow on Tuesday. I'm not allowed to say it, but it's an announcement about a certain project. So check in on my social media sites if you have the time. If you don't, I understand, and I'll just bring it up on Thursday, and I'll tell you anyways. All right. Thinking about breaking up with my girlfriend. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Billy Big Time. As the title suggests, I'm thinking about breaking up with my girlfriend. We've been going out for 3-ish years, minus a break in the middle. I broke up with her last summer, but like a moron, I got back together with her a month later after failed prospects. Oh, boy, that is not a reason to get back together with her. And you're already saying like a moron. Yeah, okay. She's what I would call wife material, responsible, good-looking, can cook, caring. My only problem is we don't have sex. Don't get me wrong. We get physical, but it usually ends in either a high or nothing. H-I? But it's the same thing for her because it's all she lets me do. I can't read that word. It's written on I need glasses here. What? I don't know. Is that some new young slang? A high? H-I. Don't get me wrong. We get physical. I can feel all of you guys laughing at me that I don't know what this means. We get physical, but it usually ends in either a high or nothing. She just says hello. Same thing for her because it's all she lets me do. She's Catholic enough for it to be annoying and falls back on it when we talk about controversial shit. Anytime I try to have a productive conversation, she sandbags with excuses. I don't know what you're talking about here. Is she a virgin? Because I don't have a problem that she's Catholic. It just gets irritating when she pulls out the religious propaganda. I'm not religious, but I'm also not a douchebag atheist. I just don't give a shit. I need help here, Bill. You need help. Explain. What is the fuck? I don't get what's going on. You're saying, oh, you don't have sex at all. I thought you meant by we don't have sex is we barely have sex anymore. So you're saying we don't have sex at all. She's because she's Catholic. Okay. I need help here, Bill. It was fun while it lasted, but I feel like I'm wasting my time now. To me, sex is a whole other side of a relationship. To her, it isn't. That's fine. We're different in this fact. If I break up with her, I'm not going back, not doing that shit again. By the way, we're both 21, and I haven't had sex yet, not by choice, and neither has she. Oh, all right. P.S. I know it's late, but I fucking love your show at the Altria. Killed as usual. I drug my family along. I thought you were going to say I drug my family. I drug my family along. Forgot where the theater was, even though I occasionally...
Like college here, fucking telemarketers and robots. Hello? Ping pong tang y'all. Y'all. Wrong number. Magic car. Southwest of the road, right next to soy sauce. Right next to it. Outside, boys. There's a guy next to the house still down. Good luck. All I got is a pistol, dude. Get back to your minimum wage jobs, slaves. Stop having fun. Even a non-minimum wage job is shit. Now, if you don't make 30 bucks an hour, you're fucking shit. Let's look up the stats in Newfoundland alone. It's like an average fucking income's 180,000. Nobody makes that. Population's over 65 and under 16, mostly. Corrupt. They only count certain people. What up? Oh yeah, that's right. Quit right away. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, there's so much. This is like when League of Legends, you'd have people that play and they just run right to the next Nexus and dead. Right? Fucking shit. Billionaires don't give a fuck. It's like, how can I keep all this money and never pay taxes? That's what I'm saying. That's what all these major corporations do. I have all my taxes I have 2 or 3 years paid. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not. They're not even talking about that. That's crazy. There's an exponential fucking curve there. School debt, personal debt, and then your taxes. And taxes on stuff you buy in the store. So I went to nursing, dude, and I went 3 times. How do you think I feel? It was like being in the military, except for they don't like the opposite sex. Right? It was fucking terrible. You could tell when fucking some missus was talking or arguing with her. Oh, okay, I'm 33. So you can tell when your professors were arguing with their husband or whatever the fuck, because they would fucking go off on you one fucking Monday, man. And like the girls would cry. Is it? Shit. Yeah. I don't even have anything. I've been watching people jump out of planes and then jump back in after they jump out. Like from like too far away to get in normally. And then you're dead. That's pretty good. At least Tofu gets his money. If you can catch him, yeah, on the flank, he'd be alright. I don't have materials. Well, I'm waffle. There's usually loot lake. It's fucking full of ammo. Oh yeah, you can tell by the way the fucking echo was. Silence pistols? What a pile of shit. Look at this, doing the old back jump. Yeah. And my ping's 48, that's like sick as fuck, and I still can't fucking do anything. Game where you stop everywhere. That's fucking crazy. Why am I even playing is the other question. And it still has the fucking ripple from where I jumped in the water ahead of me. I'd be embarrassed. Fucking college my game right now. Except for the money. Money. How the fuck did you get over there? They're at divot. Ping goes up to 160 when there's somebody around. Sweet. Fucking feels like 1997, not fucking 2019. Alright, read my mind. Not even fit to play. 199, 200, 203, 39, 41, 38. Somebody must be around. It's the closest thing to a mini-map fucking ping you'll get. flight of stairs like cut out the ground. I wonder what the next refuge for people is gonna be. Must be going back to the This is all rigged like the fucking NFL. Ah, we said you gotta win by 6 points, and now it's 7. We're gonna lose $23 million. Jesus. Pay him off. Pay him off. Justice means just them. What does that even mean? Is it a rap song? Little Wayne, 6 foot. Got my chopper in it. It's the one when he sings with Rick Ross, the one with about the chopper in it. He's got a sick video for it. A sick video, man. And a sick song. How weird. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna spray some potion on him. If I get a weapon, I can help you out. Free material. Alright. There's a battlefield there, you know. It's the worst. I got some bandages for you too. I love when you get to beat him to death. I got a green AR for you. I got bandages too, Goose. Sexy time! I got bandages. I got bandages. Here. Take that fucking scar, 6 foot. That's what saved you. She didn't look right, she looked straight ahead. It's the first kill I got in 23 games. Nah, they're probably everywhere. These trees give you a lot of fun. Pings up to 350, so somebody on this for sure. Keep on thinking the gingerbread man's bad guy. What can you do, right? Fuck. We're all Santa Claus faggots. Yeah, that's the way the game rolls now. You've been connected with Muhammad from the Middle East, Ping Jang from Japan, and fucking Mustafa from Hawaii. Wow, look at him run. Fucking 2003 graphics. Gingerbread man. Oh man, you should see the pile of people in line with you guys. They're getting destroyed. Pal Shamir. Nobody in the lake. Get the ball. Sniper rifle. Got a potion for you. Large poop. Oh, I'm probably dead. Oh no, jeez. You guys can shoot fucking zip lines, hilarious. If they came out with a more reliable internet that fucking you paid $100 more a month for, people would definitely fucking buy it. I love that. Turn it back. Yes, 2 dropped. Perfect. Ping's up to 233 already. A chance to get banned. I got a sniper rifle for you if you want to. I neither disagree or agree with that statement. he got? So fucking